Good morning. Today we're going to talk about parallel lines and then writing the equations of lines that are parallel. So what do you already know about parallel lines? Yep. They do not intersect. Well, have you ever thought about why they don't intersect? What makes parallel lines special? Well, we've been finding the equations of lines this past week, actually past 2 weeks. Why don't we find the equations of both these? Remember, to find the equation of a line, you first need a slope, and then either a point or y-intercept would even be better. So I'm going to find the slope of the top line here. It's like I'm going up 2 over 1. So 2 over 1. And my y-intercept crosses right here at 1. So I'll write that line. Y equals 2x plus 1. Now look at the line below it. Well, it looks like it's going up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. So 2 over 1 again is my slope. And this time my y-intercept, I'm going to count 1, 2, 3 down, is negative 3. So y equals 2x minus 3. What do you notice about these two lines? What do they have in common? Yes, they have the same slope. And when you think about it, slope is just a rate of change. So as long as they're always going, rising and running the same amount, they will never cross. So now let's look again to find out what's different. You got it. The y-intercept, or as we call it, b. So parallel lines have the same slope. It's worth repeating again. Or m will be the same. Okay. Well, that's nice to do when you see them here. They're in slope-intercept form. Sometimes they might not be. Let's take a look. Determine if. Remember, if it's determine if, you're answering yes or no. These lines, y equals 4x plus 3 and y equals negative 4x plus 5, are parallel. Explain why or why not. Okay, well, let's find the slope of this line is 4, and the slope of this line is negative 4. So they have to be exactly the same number to be parallel. So these are not going to be parallel. The slopes are not the same. Good job. Okay, we're back. Well, I gave you a few moments there to try the practice problems. And let's consider what you decided for all of these. And the first one, the slope was 1, the slope was 1. This would be a yes. And the next one, I'm going to just circle the slopes this time. Negative 1/3. Negative 1/3. Again, same slope, yes. We're 2 for 2 on the yeses. Here we've got the slope is 2/5. Slope is 2/5. Another yes. And here, x equals, those have undefined slopes. But if they're both undefined, let me graph those real quick. Here is x equals 2. And way over here is x equals -9, well, two vertical lines will always be parallel. So that's another yes. Nice job. Okay, now what if we have to find a line that's parallel, given just an equation and a point? So meaning they'll say, write a line parallel to, I don't know, say this line here, going through the point 6, 2. Well, we got some steps. First, you're going to identify the slope. So you'll find out what m equals. Next, you're going to put the line in point slope form. Y minus y1 equals the slope that you just found and the new point x minus x1, the point they give you. Third, we distribute. And fourth, we'll simplify. So really, only the first step is new because we've done these 3 steps multiple times. You ready to practice that on page 2? Or I should say page 18. Let's try it. Okay, we flipped the page. We're on page 18. Okay, we're going to write the equation of the line that is parallel to y equals 4x plus 3. And going through the point, you can't see it, but I think it says 2, 1. Okay, first we have to identify the slope. Is it the 4 or the 3? Okay, it's the number with the x, so it's the 4. Next, step 2, we're going to put it in y minus y1 form. So y minus 1 equals the slope x minus 2, using this as x1, y1. Step 3, distribute. Y minus 1 equals 4x minus 8. And finally, simplify. Y equals 4x minus 7. That's it. Okay, let's look over these and see if there's one we want to do. One more together, and I'll have you try the others on their own. That one looks okay. You can do that. The slope here, just to put a 1. We have 2 fraction slopes. My guess is you'll want to choose one of those. Let's do this one here. So identify the slope. M is equal to -2/3. Remember, we use exactly the same slope. The point is -6, -3. So we'll put it in our equation. Y minus -3, x1, y1, equals -2/3, x minus -6. Okay, a lot of negatives here. What I'd first like to do is make 2 negatives in a row be a positive before I distribute. Okay, step 3, distribute. Y plus 3 equals -2/3 x. 2 times 6 is 12, divided by 3 is 4. And notice I had a negative times a positive, which is a negative. Now I'll subtract 3 for my simplifying. And I end up with y equals -2/3 x. -4 and -3 is -7. Final answer. Okay. I'd like you to try these 3 on your own or with a partner if you're watching the videos with a partner. And then come show me.